Hey, it's Kamisha coming here at you. And I know I haven't posted in a long time. I actually just have been watching everybody else post and trying to get my life together and traveling and everything like that. Um, I just actually did a whole big routine with my hair last night, washed and deep conditioned. So actually, my hair is just twisted up and being stretched. I noticed about a month ago that my hair started falling out, my edges were falling out, and I started tripping because I was like, that does never happen to me. I don't really wear weaves or anything like that. Don't really put a lot of pressure on my hair. The only thing I could think about is maybe the fact that I do wear a lot of head like ties on my hair because I'm Muslim, so I think that could have been contributing to it. So then I noticed I started breaking out all over my face, getting these dark marks, and I was in Ghana for a month, and so when I came home, I was like, something's not right. Now, when I was in Ghana, I was also experiencing some symptoms like I was having a lot of like acid reflux, I guess you would say, a lot of stomach issues going on. But I've had that in the past, so I didn't really think too much of it. I'm having achy body just when I stand up. I'm just aching. My joints are hurting. Everything is hurting. I'm cramping a lot as far as like my muscles are tensing up. So I'm having a lot of tense muscle issues. So I was like, no, something is going on. So every time I go to my doctor, which I had went to my doctor before I went to Ghana, my labs looked good. I had been anemic for a long time. Have had several blood transfusions, but my H&H was good. It was like at 10, which is really good for me because I've had my H&H as low as 6. So my iron level was a lot better. My B12 level was good because before my B12 and my iron level were 0. So I got better. My vitamin D level was the one thing that was low, and I was put on 50,000 units once a week. So I come home and I'm still not feeling well. I'm always tired. I was just researching and I just like self diagnosed because I am a nurse. I sort of self diagnosed myself with Candida. So I really truly feel like I have Candida due to the fact that I used to have wine all the time, drink wine, wine, wine. And then all of a sudden, when I stopped that, I sort of replaced it with soda. And I couldn't understand why I was having these cravings for like sugar or caffeine. I used to always say, oh, I just have a craving for like sugar. And I would never drink the whole soda. I would just take a drink and throw it away at work. But then, of course, I would come home and then I would drink wine. So I truly feel like I have yeast in my body. Now, I'm not one to get yeast infections, so I was like, well, I don't have a yeast infection, so that's why I never even thought about the thought of having candida because I'm not having issues like some women do down there when the candida. However, when I came back from Ghana, I was having stomach issues with my bladder. It feels like my bladder was going to burst, and I was going to the bathroom really, really frequently. So that led me to believe that I had a UTI. So I was like, maybe I have a urinary tract infection. So I went to my doctor, and that's what I'm doing now to see if I did have a UTI because I was still having this frequent urination. So we'll see tomorrow with that one. But when I look up all the symptoms of Candida, it is exactly what I have. Tired all the time, just fatigued. I get up and then I need to sit back down. A lot of gastric symptoms going on with me, a lot of achy joints, the breaking out of my face, and I'm even having my hair loss. So I really thought my hair loss was due to stress. So I had went out and bought a whole bunch of products for my hair. I watched YouTube and I was seeing what other people were using. So I went out and I actually can say my edges are actually better. I've been just doing this for a week and I can feel the hair growing back. However, because I was thinking, oh, I have Candida, I went out today and I truly bought like a slew of things that can cure Candida. However, I was going to do the spit test. They have only a couple of ways that you can tell if you have Candida. There's a blood test and like a stool test. And then there's also, it's not proven, but if in the morning, first thing in the morning before you eat or drink, if you spit into a cup, fill it with halfway with water, if your spit falls down to the bottom, most definitely you have Candida, most likely. They're heavier than you are. And then if it stays at the top, you probably don't have Candida, but if it stays at the top and it starts to grow legs, then you probably have a little bit of Candida and you can stand to have some treatment. So I did mine in the middle of the day. I'm going to start in the morning with that. But however, when I did do it, it did like grow legs a little bit. So because I've had several bowel surgeries, I think a little Candida is too much for me. I've had a gastric bypass 20 years ago, but then I was stabbed. So I had to have a colon resection and sort of changed everything in my stomach. So because I've had so much go on with my stomach, I don't think I can afford to have any extra Candida in my system. The Candida cleanse is going to be the hardest part for me. I am like a little scared about it. However, before the Candida cleanse, I just started the keto diet. So I'm just thinking, okay, the difference is I can't really have fruit. And so that's going to be really hard because I really do enjoy having fruit like strawberries and watermelon and blueberries. So I never have been a bread eater, so that won't be hard at all for me. I've always been a meat eater, and however, I'll eat a potato. So I was a meat and a salty, always craving potatoes, but of course I can't have potatoes, so that's going to be hard, that craving. Like I said, I just recently started craving something sweet, and that makes me think that I have the Candida because of the fact I'm sitting here craving something sweet, and I've never had a sweet tooth. I don't even like ice cream. I don't eat cookies, but when I do crave something sweet, I just have a little bite of it, and I'm fine. But we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna do a 3-day cleanse starting tomorrow with bone broth soup and just a couple of vegetables and water and tea. And however, I've been seeing a lot of conflicting things about cold stuff, but I'm getting it down packed as far as, because I love cold water. I sleep with ice water next to my bed. Like, I have my Yeti cup because of that. I mean, paid $50 for this cup so I can have ice water through the night. So that's my one downfall. I'm not really a smoothie kind of girl too much anyway, but I can drink tea. I do enjoy tea. I have went out and I bought so many things that were recommended that I'm going to need for this journey. I bought, well, I've already had the biotin, but I went to go and get these probiotics is what I added in to my, and then it's called Pau Diarco. Yeah, Paul Diarco, this is a really good thing for your bowels. It helps tremendously. It's recommended that you put a little bit in your tea, so that's what I'm going to do in the morning. I just went to go replenish my vitamin D, and I also bought some apple cider vinegar pills, even though I have pills. The one thing I don't have, I also brought some rosemary just for calming and for me not to be stressed out. And then these are all my other vitamins I was taking anyway, like biotin and iron and B12 and folic acid. I take the higher dose of folic acid. So the one thing I don't have here that I went to 2 stores today, and I went to one store, it was really expensive, is oregano oil. Oregano oil is so good for your gut. It actually kills the bad yeast. So I went to GNC, and they only had the GNC brand, and for the tiny little bottle, it's $30. So before that, I had went to the vitamin shop, and they did have their brand for $17, and I was like, oh, I think I could find it cheaper. So, however, I can't. So tomorrow I will go back to vitamin shop and get it for $17. It is recommended that you take like three 2 drops, because it's like a 50 milligram dose, 2 drops twice a day, but only for a month. So most definitely I'm going to do that, because I feel like, my energy is down. I kept on blaming it on my blood level. I was like, oh, I'm anemic. Oh, I'm anemic. But I realized that my doctor's like, your labs are great, and the common thing with Candida is the fact that people go to the doctor, and the doctor's like, you're fine, you're not having pain, there's nothing there. So it's this, your labs are good, but your body has bacteria that has built up in it, and your body has yeast in it, and your body doesn't want it anymore. And I feel that way. My body does not want this junk. You most definitely, if you have yeast, you're so tired, you can't even lose weight. And I realized, I'm like, man, I'm doing all the, well, I'm always too tired to exercise, but as far as eating, I buy food that is really good, quality food. But my problem is, even sometimes I still can't eat, but evidently I can't lose the weight. I have had a history of a gastric bypass in the past, but because I was stabbed, I feel like I'm hungry all the time. So like my gastric bypass was reversed a little bit. However, I still can't eat a lot, so there's no reason why I should not be able to lose weight. But like I said, I'm always listless, I'm always tired. And this is just something, because I am natural hair journey right now, and I'm trying to lose weight. I mean, this is so important to me to be at my best. Right now I'm trying to like take this test for my job, to pass my CCRN, and I feel like I can't think. And I was reading all the symptoms, like people say they have cloudy brain, and I'm like, that's what I feel like. I swear, I feel like I have cloudy brain. I can't focus on this book to save my life. I've been trying, and I've been trying to focus and take this test, and it just seems like my brain is kaput. I know I have a lot of other kind of stress going on in my life, but my life is pretty simple, and I don't have a lot going on, so I'm really blessed and lucky. It's not like I have little kids running around yet, and I mean, I am married, but my husband's not here. That's a little stressful, but at the end of the day, I'm so blessed to have him in my life, and I just think I make undue stress for myself. And at first, I think that's why I thought my hair was coming out. I mean, literally, I have the bald spot here, but this bald spot is actually getting a lot better. So I feel like I've sort of brought my stress level down a little bit, and it's allowed me to get my hair together a lot. That my hair is growing, and it's really nourished, and I've loved the hair products I've changed to, which I've changed to Camille Rose. Shea Moisture products don't work for me, or Carol's Daughter. My hair does not like them. I have 4C hair, and I mean, when I talk about coils and tangles, that's exactly what I have. Breakage, you can see all the little breakage here. I mean, coils, coils, coils. So Camille Rose really just, my hair sucks in the moisture and really, really loves it. So hopefully I can come back on my journey and sort of share where I'm at. I know I'm new to this, but I really do have an interesting story, so we'll see. Hopefully soon I'll be less weight and more hair. So anyway, I hope you guys subscribe to my video, and just come along on my journey with me.